Billy, another frantic, busy week for you at the moment. How are you coping with the demands of this fixture list?
Well, this is it, Natalie. This is it right to the end of the season now. As you know, there's lots of games, there's very little rest, very little recovery, and it's now a test of character, and it's now a test of mental strength. That's what this is all about now. But as I said, we're on a good run, confidence is high, and we've got a very good spirit in that dressing room.
It is a test of character because you've lost Henry Lansbury this week to go with Chris Cohen, Dexter Blackstock, Kelvin Wilson and David Vaughan, who you announced earlier in the week is out to the end of the season. 5 quality championship players you're missing. How will that affect you?
Well, I think we all know, Natalie, when you lose the quality of Cohen, as you said, Cohen and Wilson, Eric Lehigh also is looking as if he could possibly be heading for a number of weeks out.
Really?
We'll know more about that one over the next couple of days with regards to the tests that we're doing. So we've got Wilson, we've got Cohen, we've got Eric Lehigh. Of course, we've got huge quality missing in the middle of the park with David Vaughan and Henry Lansbury. And then we keep forgetting about this fantastic striker that we've got here who's also been missing, Dexter Blackstock. Dexter's been forgotten about, and we certainly don't forget the quality that Dexter brings to the football club, and he's a huge loss also. So, you know, that's what happens in football, Natalie. We've just got to deal with these things, and we've now got to stand up and be counted. The ones that come into the team have now got to grab the opportunity with both hands, and we'll keep doing what we do, we'll keep working away, and we'll keep looking at that next match.
What is the feeling around the dressing room? Because despite all this, you've gone 14 games unbeaten, won 5 in a row at home. What is the spirit like? Is this one of the best dressing rooms you've managed?
Well, I think it's something that we've always been very proud of. Spirit in the dressing room, and a great work ethic, a great togetherness. I think over the clubs that we've been at, I think that's always been a common denominator. I feel like we've always encouraged that. Work hard, but work hard with a smile on your face at the right moments is something we've always tried to encourage. And we've always had that very good dressing room, Natalie.
Blackpool this weekend, some say they're a bit of a bogey team because of the playoffs. Does that concern you?
Well, they are. I've got to say that in the number of games that we've played Blackpool, including the last game where they beat us here at the City Grounds, and games before that, we've dominated the game so much, we've created so many things, and we've been very unfortunate not to take something from the game, including the playoff matches. So they are a bit of a bogey team, but listen, it's like everything else. I don't think too much about the past. I don't look too much into the speculations and the things that people talk about. I look forward to the next game. We'll look forward to the next game. The next game is Blackpool. We've prepared very well. We'll pick a team that we think could win the match, and we'll go down there and hopefully continue with the very good form we've been shown. Of course, there'll be some new faces come into the team, and we'll change things around after the midweek against Preston. But we're certainly looking forward to a very difficult championship match again.
Will Jack Hobbs be eligible for this one?
We've now got everybody now available to play, Natalie, which is good. So that now gives us all the ones that we're missing, and the ones that were ineligible for the Preston game are now available. We've obviously rested 1 or 2 guys like Reid and Patterson and Carol Darlow. They're now available, and we'll sit down and have a good training session this morning.
I know you were key to getting Jack Hobbs back here. How much is that a boost for you, and how difficult has this been for Jack? It's been an uncertain time for him.
It was a very, very difficult process and very complicated. There's no doubt that we've got huge respect for Hobbsy as a person, as a player, as a captain, as a leader, and the way he goes about his business and training ground. He is the type we want to bring to this football club for a very long time, Natalie. And I'm just delighted that we've eventually got the lad. I'm looking forward to getting him back into the team. He's a huge important figure for the team, and he's also got great respect from his teammates, so very pleased to have him here.
Can you still go for the top 2? It's really interesting at the top of the table, and people are now saying because of this run you're on, you're putting pressure on those above you. Can you still go for the top 2?
Well, people laugh, or people have laughed when I mentioned a number of things when you come into this stage of the season. The single brain cells say you're making excuses. The intelligent football people know that it's all about refereeing decisions. It's all about suspension and injury. and it's all about lady luck. These were the things that I've mentioned constantly, Natalie, over a period of time. And as you can see, the injuries are going against us ever so slightly. When you work into a long, hard season, these are the 4 things that you need. Lady luck, stay clear of suspension, stay clear of injury, and then of course get those little refereeing decisions that go for you. These are very important, not excuses, these are facts. We'll look forward to the remaining 18 matches. We're on a good run. We're certainly in the mix, no doubt, and we'll keep picking the players that we've got available and do the best we can with them.
You didn't answer that question.
Ask me again.
Yeah, can you get into the top 2?
Well, as I said, Natalie, that we're certainly on a good run. There's no doubt that we're missing some key players. We'll continue to pick from the squad that we've got available, and we'll try and keep as much pressure as we can on those teams above. What I'm trying to say to you now is I'm not going to answer your question.
Again, but you've got massive belief in those players that are available to you, haven't you? You've got great talent in there, Hobbs, Patterson, Reid, just to pick out a few, and you've got belief in them.
Natalie, let me tell you, and in this business, you've got to deal with many type. You've got the experts, you've got the mischief makers, the troublemakers, you've got the ones that are never happy unless they're never happy. I'm a realist. And in this football world, you have to be a realist, and you have to sit back and recognise that when you deal with a football club the size of Nottingham Forest, then it is absolutely impossible not to, when you lose the quality of a Cohen, a Wilson, a Vaughan, a Lansbury, a Lehigh, a Blackstock, it's absolutely impossible for that not to affect your style of play, your quality of play, and the way that you've been performing on a very regular basis. I think Leicester and I think Burnley, if you look at these 2 clubs, have been very, very fortunate in relation to injury and key players missing from their team. And that's why I go back to this lady luck. Not an excuse, Natalie, an absolute fact that at this moment, Leicester and Burnley, so far, have avoided those little bits and pieces of bad luck. They may get that at the wrong time, and it may be very damaging to them in the future, over the next 18 games. We're getting it at the moment, and there's no doubt, as a realist, and I'm sure that anybody with half a brain will agree that there's some real quality missing there, some real key players, and there's no doubt, our fingers are crossed that it doesn't damage the way we've been playing, the quality of our play, and the consistency that we've shown so far.
A quick question about Graham Dorrans. The local paper is saying today that you're bringing him here on loan, or trying to. What are you going to tell me about that?
I think that's number 173 with regards to speculation of player that's coming to the club. We're looking across the loan window, Natalie. We know that we need to strengthen the midfield area because we're missing Vaughan, we're missing Lansbury. And let's not forget, Natalie, Chalobah also left the football club, and we've still not replaced Chalobah. So in the centre of the pitch, we're missing some key players, which we'll now look at to try and strengthen with regards to the availability of the loan window. And we'll do that not only for that position, but for also 1 or 2 other positions to see what's out there, see what's available, and see if we can get ourselves ready for what is a very, very busy fixture list, as you can see.
I was going to ask you quickly about East Midlands football, because from our point of view, it's great to see Leicester, Derby and Forest up there in that top 6. Is that competition healthy for Forest, and is it good for you to see the East Midlands doing well?
Yeah, I think it's great for the area. I think it's fantastic for the area. Obviously, you're talking about 3 huge clubs. You're talking about clubs that are great rivals, and it's always nice for the area and for the clubs and the supporters to have that rivalry. So it's a very exciting end to the season. Very exciting time to be in the Midlands, and we'll certainly look forward to what will be a fascinating finish to a very competitive league again.
It's a year today since you came back to Nottingham Forest. Apart from my fantastic interviews, what have you enjoyed the most?
Well, I'm going to say to you, not your fantastic interviews. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee, because it's been an interesting year, Natalie. A very interesting year. Obviously a huge disappointment to have lost out in the playoff last season because of one pass, one mistake in the final seconds of the game. That was a huge disappointment, but we're obviously delighted to have finished the season and took the club from where it was to just missing out. It was very, very positive. We then get to the summer and we really start our plan. We start our building, we start our development. And you've got to say that it's been a very interesting time since the start of the season to now. There's no doubt that it's been a challenge, a huge challenge, because of the quality that we've lost. But at the same time too, it's just another chapter, it's another experience. And we'll now look forward to the remainder of the season.